Voters, colleagues, and friends, my name is Rachel Peak, and I am honored to accept this nomination to represent the Democratic Party in this upcoming presidential election.
Peak for president! Peak!
Woo! First of all, I would like to thank everyone helping me with my campaign.
Democratic Party!
I am ready for this exciting journey that we will be taking together. To my campaign manager, Robin Bedard, thank you for everything. Thank you for being my right-hand woman. Thank you, Mr. Stogstell, for being a worthy opponent. I have my work cut out for me. Last but not least, thank all of you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to represent the Democratic Party and deeming me fit to be the next president. I am fully prepared to take on the responsibilities that go with it. I am fully prepared to be the next president of the United States. America needs a leader prepared for any task presented to them. America needs a leader that will fight for the needs of their country. America needs a leader who cares about the lives of all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am that leader. I believe in equality, ethnic equality, gender equality, and even income equality. No one group is better than the other. I don't believe I'm better than my peers. I am one of you. My goal is to be the voice of America, not just someone who thinks they're better than you. I am both excited and ready to call myself the first female president of the United States. We live in a man's world, and I want to change that. We need to change that. Women deserve more than what they have currently. We deserve to be seen as equal to men. We deserve to be treated as equal to men. We deserve to be equal to men. I strive to close the wage gap and make equal pay a right extended to everyone. As a woman from Mexican descent, this hits rather close to home considering Hispanic women only make about 50% of what white men make. This needs to be a thing of the past, and I will make that happen. Along with the travesty that is income inequality, I will fight for the women's right to choose. Recently, Republicans and other pro-life advocates have been fighting to defund Planned Parenthood. I will make a stop to that and even expand funding for that organization. Planned Parenthood provides healthcare and advice regarding abortions, family planning, contraceptives, and reproductive issues. They give women a safe option when it comes to their reproductive health, and the Republican agenda to put a stop to their services only causes more harm than good. I refuse to let America go back to the times of back alley procedures because our country does not allow women to decide what happens to their own body. Women deserve the right to choose. I believe that there's a large gap in our economic class system. Look at our lower, middle, and upper classes. In this country, it seems as though there's a gorge that practically separates the upper from the middle and lower. We have billionaires getting tax breaks and families in poverty because they aren't earning a living wage. My goal is to raise the minimum wage so it's not as difficult for families to survive. I know what it's like to be in poverty. I've been raised by a single mother of 3, I've received government aid, I've received free healthcare. My mother worked 2 jobs and still struggled to put food on the table and keep a roof over our heads. For some, these are just words, but for others, this is a reality. Families deserve food, families deserve a home, families deserve to see survival as something easy to achieve, not as an unreachable dream. Our middle and lower classes are greatly struggling, and an easy solution to this is to have the upper class pay their fair share of taxes in order to fund various programs including welfare and health care for those who cannot afford it. I believe we should distribute taxes to those with considerably greater wealth to pay a somewhat greater sum. We need to improve the education of this country, not just the system, but the facility, the faculty, the technology, and the resources. Every aspect of the educational system has a flaw in one shape or another. And if we can focus on those aspects and give our children better schooling, we'll see a greater improvement in almost every aspect of our country. In order to see a better America, we must prepare the future of America. College tuition is far too expensive for a country where a college degree is required for most jobs. We see far too many graduates tens of thousands of dollars in debt just so they can have a career that will still take years to earn enough money to pay their debt off. I believe everyone should have the right to an education, and their economic status should not determine whether they can actually make that a reality. I strive to make college less expensive and make interest rates far smaller. I'm also a very strong critic of Common Core, and as president, I will strive to encourage an end to it. Common Core gives teachers even less control of their classrooms and costs the government way too much money. $300 million for each state and $459 million nationally, to be exact. The Common Core system encourages a cookie-cutter education, implying every student learns the same. This is not a reality. Common Core resembles the No Child Left Behind system by requiring standardized testing, also very detrimental to our students. As president, I will put an end to this. As an environmentalist, I want to save the world. I will speak for the earth because it cannot speak for itself. I want our world to be beautiful, healthy, and safe. Currently, Earth is going in a separate direction. I want to encourage more aggressive safety regulations and encourage the EPA to do the same. I will encourage the use of green energy, including the use of wind turbines, and hopefully make it our main source of energy. I plan to tax the use of coal, oil, and other fossil fuels in order to encourage a greener America. Also, government buildings and infrastructure will be modified and created to be greener and more beneficial to the environment. I also strive to end the war on drugs. Prison will only be reserved for violent offenders in order to prevent overcrowding and the prisoners for profit system. I encourage the use of addiction treatment facilities instead of incarceration in order to help stop the problem instead of simply punishing offenders for it. Far too many Americans are being incarcerated for nonviolent crimes, including drugs, and even being convicted of felonies and getting their right to vote taken away. I strongly support the legalization of marijuana both medically and recreationally as well. I believe the legalization would actually be extremely beneficial to this country, and if elected president, I will take the proper channels to make it legal. I've always been outspoken. I stand up for what I believe in, and I do not back down from a fight. My beliefs may be a bit radical, but that's what makes them great. I strive to make big changes to make this country great, aiming for a bigger, brighter America. We are the future of this country, and I believe we need to start making big changes in order to protect the future of this amazing country we call our home. My name is Rachel Peak, and I want to be your president. I am ready to be your president. I am one of you, I know your struggles, and I know what it takes to fix them. Let me be your voice.
Well done, well done.